All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the networking session for the Startup Club. We do this on a monthly basis where we have people coming in online and joining us, where we just this is a very informal session. You don't have to be nervous or anything. It's just a way for us to connect and then like exchange about like our individual pursuits, our individual, background, and then letting the world know like what you're seeking, because if you don't put yourself out there, you're not going to find anybody to connect with, right? So this is the intention behind this session, where we'll just like go around, introduce ourselves, and talk about whatever we're working on and what we are looking for, so that we can just exchange connects in case like there is a possible collaboration or connect or anything like that. So I will first go ahead and introduce myself, and then we can just like have anybody volunteering. So you can just like raise your hand in the, if you click on the React button at the bottom, you'll be seeing an option called raise hand, and we can go in the order that you raise hand. So in the meantime, I'll go and introduce myself. My name is Raghav. I'm based in Chennai, and I have about 10 years of experience in the software industry as a developer and business analyst and things like that. But last year I quit my job to pursue my building my startup full time. I do have a background in neuroscience. I studied in the US and I came back like about 10 years ago. And then I've been engaged in the software industry in various capacities since then. And I have a couple of startups. My first startup is a non-profit tech startup. We're trying to like reform the education system. The name of the startup is Shuddhi Trust. And this has been going on for the past 5 years. And the recent one, the one that I just started this year, it's called Vivada Tech. We are trying to build tech products to solve some of the problems using technology. So some of the problems we're trying to solve are basically problems related to, social media discourse. The thing is that people are using social media to communicate more than ever. Things have changed a lot in the past 10 years, but there are some fundamental issues with social media platforms like, misinformation, fake news, and echo chambers and things like that. These things like really diminish the quality of public discourse. So we're trying to like build a platform that is like designed ground up to facilitate better public discourse. That's one of our products. But the Startup Club is actually a community that I've been running for the past, year and a half. And this has been going on really well. We have a lot of members. We have a lot of people. We've conducted a lot of events that have been really helpful for people. So we're trying to build a networking product as well. We're trying to build an application that will act as a way for people to professionally network between themselves. So this is something that we're working on launching real soon. And we have a couple of other products, but I don't want to go into all of those. But I guess you get the idea, basically, that I'm just a tech entrepreneur. I'm working on a bunch of things, and I'm looking to connect with other people. Actually, I also do mentorship with startups. So if you are a startup and you're looking for like a potential mentor, technical advisor, or business advisor, I'm happy to help out you guys. I do it for free. I love helping out other people. So even this whole event thing, everything is conducted free of charge, so that like we're just facilitating a certain level of lubrication within the people of the startup ecosystem where we are connecting. And I'm doing this mostly out of a passion to establish the startup ecosystem in India. So with all that said, I would love to have other people come in and introduce themselves. Like I said, this session is recorded, but if I would love to have you guys like turn on your video so that like, we can have a face-to-face interaction. So who would like to go next in terms of introduction? Yeah, Hari Prasad, please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is hi everyone. Good morning all. My name is Hari Prasad and I have 12 years of experience in IT. And prior to that, I worked in manufacturing sector. There I have experience around 15 years. And my last company was Deloitte UK. I was working in UK in till 2023, and I worked in roles such as business analyst, functional consultant, and Scrum Master roles. So I have mastered the process of Scrum, which is an execution process framework, any project. So I'm looking forward to opportunities of working with entrepreneurs, especially the startup entrepreneurs who are really struggling to execute their projects, so that I can be helpful for them. Yeah, that's brief about me. Thank you.
So Hariprasad, a couple of questions. Are you doing this full time, like assisting other startups, or do you have another full time gig that's going on for you?
No, nothing. I am now free. I'm
Okay.
looking for opportunities. Yeah, I don't have any gigs otherwise.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Hari Prasad. Please leave your if you want somebody to connect with you, please leave your information in the chat here. That way, people can know and reach out to you. All right, great.
Sure.
Who would like to go next? You can just unmute yourself and go ahead. Yeah, Padma, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Padma. So basically, I'm mostly a content creator. I used to be in IT for about 20 years. This was around 2016. Since then, I've been a content creator. I have a few blogs and I have a few YouTube channels. Everything is somewhere in between. I've done some things which have worked, some things which have not. And basically, I'm just looking to network with people because as a digital content creator, right now I'm looking to coach, basically coach people to start their own online business, especially parents. So
okay,
that's
wonderful. Thank you so much, Padma.
so.
Yeah, so Padma, please also leave a message and leave your contact information in the chat so that if people want to reach out to you, they can.
Sure.
I see Mushahid Shaikh. Would you like to go next?
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Mushahid, and I'm working as a software developer from last 6 months, but I'm looking I want to start my own business in the most probably for the next month. And basically my business, I just want to start to provide some nutritional drink and healthy foods. So for that purpose, I am here and I'm looking for some networking opportunities or some guidance, how can I grow on my nutritional business. Basically, there are some also I have one startup idea. So my ideas is basically I have seen in my companies like the coffee machines and tea machine, all that. So related to that, I just want to build some kind of machines with hardware and software to provide some nutritional drinks to the companies and all that, so that will make the healthy revolution in India. So I am working on it. I'm just connecting with some hardware people in my field so that I can build some this kind of product or machine.
Okay, that's really wonderful, concept. Let's first of all, I want each of you, when you're introducing yourself, to also specify where you're based, because some of these things can help if you are specifying the location. So Mohammad Mushahid, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Tell us where you're from.
So right now I'm based in Bangalore. Basically, I'm from Maharashtra, but currently I'm based in Bangalore.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is a community of food entrepreneurs that I remember. Why don't you go ahead and share an introduction in the Telegram channel as well, specifying your requirements.
Okay.
I'll forward it to my other food entrepreneur network, and maybe they can reach out to you and help you out.
That will help me a lot.
Yeah. So make sure that all of you guys are in the Telegram channel, because that's where these events, I think over here we see 10 people. But in the Telegram channel, we have over 800 people. So there, if you post it there, it's bound to get more eyeballs. So make sure you do that.
Okay.
Make sure you put a sufficient context so that everybody knows what they're looking at. Okay.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Thanks, Mushahid.
Thanks.
Okay, who would like to go next to introduce themselves? So I see a bunch of new people. Vikas, Umaroy, Sanjay, Ramya, Karthik, Chinmayi. Please don't feel shy. Just unmute yourself and go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, this is Karthik.
Hi, Karthik.
I'm from Tamil Nadu. Currently, I'm working in Bangalore as a zonal technical manager in real estate finance and real estate investment, and also retail segment.
Okay.
So right now, I'm going to do some projects regarding that digital valuations. So I'm So that is coming. So that
Okay,
is why I think.
okay. What
Yeah.
kind of people are you looking for?
I'm particularly looking for technology-based peoples, and also I'm looking for some startups also because I'm working in a capital finance. So those who have need any investment like that means I will connect with some capital finance companies also.
Okay, wonderful. So,
Debt equity or finance, secured or unsecured debt equity, seed investment like that. I will connect with my team.
okay. So, at what stage of startups are you looking for primarily?
Any type, whether it is in early stage or it is in a second round of or third round of or in capital stage.
Okay, that's great. So, why it would be great if you can leave your contact information in the chat. I
Yeah,
would love to get in touch
I
with
will
you
share.
because there are a bunch of people that I know who might be interested. So you said
Yeah,
you're
I
in
need
Bangalore.
ideas a lot. Yes, HSR.
Okay, because like we have an event planned in Chennai. It's a live event on October 6th. I will share more
October
information
6th.
in the Telegram channel. But this is basically a live event where we are trying to like build Chennai out to be the next big startup hub, because like all the attention is centered around Bangalore, and I don't think it's fair. There's a lot of like really good
Okay.
startups in Chennai, and we just need to like bring a certain amount of like dynamism in the ecosystem. So we're conducting a pilot event where we'll
Okay.
discuss like how to actually make Chennai the next big startup
I'm
hub.
handling all over South India. I'm handling
Okay.
all over South India, Bangalore, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana.
Okay.
4 states I'm handling. So 4 states I'm in roaming here and there. So that time when I visit particular event, I will visit there.
Great. So it would be great to have you visit the Chennai event. It's being conducted in the Sairam Institute of Technology. We are collaborating with their incubation center and holding this event. Primarily, it is to bring together all the stakeholders of the ecosystem in Chennai, and then have a like discussion regarding how we can make this a better support system, provide the support system in Chennai, so that like people don't have to
Yeah.
go to Bangalore for all these interesting events and things like that. We need to diversify.
Okay. My base will be in Bangalore, but I'm roaming in Chennai also. So I will come.
Sure. Please
Because
put your contact information in the chat. I would love to get in touch with you. Yeah.
yeah, I will share. Yeah, I will share.
All right. Thanks a lot, Karthik. Who would
Yeah,
like to go
thanks.
next?
Hi Raghav.
Hi.
Hi everyone. Myself Sanjay, and like I'm from last 1 year I'm working as a software developer at Bangalore, and I'm here like this is my first meet at Meetup, so I'm here like to connect with people. Actually, I have some of the good ideas, and I also did biotechnology, and I like worked in the neural sciences. So Raghav, I love to connect with you to like discuss more ideas. Like I have some ideas to execute, but I don't know how to execute them.
Sure.
So I love to connect with you.
Sure. Absolutely, man. So if you go to the Telegram channel, if anybody wants to get in touch with me, if you go to the Telegram channel, I'm the owner of the group. So please go ahead and message me. I'm happy to always like connect with people, and help people out. So
Okay.
yeah, definitely
Okay.
reach out to me on
Raghav,
Telegram.
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
All right. I see that Chinmay, you have posted a message. Would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Hello, I'm
Hi.
Chinmay. Yeah, currently pursuing my engineering.
Okay. Just explain to us like why you've joined the session and what you're looking for, your requirement.
Yeah, like I want to gain knowledge about the startup industry and the tech future that in that field.
So you are interested in basically getting to know the tech startup landscape and connect
Yeah,
with people.
yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and message on the Telegram channel as well, telling about yourself, share your LinkedIn, and then try
Okay,
maybe see at your level as a student, right? One of the things that I'll advise to you is that try to intern with startups. That's your best bet at like getting to know what the startup ecosystem is like, and it would really help you in understanding how a startup functions And
Okay.
potentially they might even give you a job opportunity at the end of it if you're really good enough. Right, a lot of startups will offer these internship opportunities. I would love, I would love to have like more youngsters like leverage these opportunities, because that's your best entry point into getting into the startup space.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chinmay. All right, who would like to go next? Hi, Vikas.
Basically,
Because your audio is really crackling up. Can you maybe check your internet connection or your microphone?
okay, I'll see. Hello,
Yes, Vikas, go ahead.
I'm Vikas. I'm basically from Ballari. Just I'm currently pursuing BTech in second year,
Okay.
and I'm more enthusiastic entrepreneurship and startups. That's so just I'm exploring the thing.
Okay. All right. So you said you're a student, right? Because are you a student?
Yeah, I'm a student.
Okay, so you said, is your intention to become a founder sometime down the line?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
what I'll join this startup club.
Okay. So what is your background on what do you study?
Just I studied a few first year and second year science. I took that engineering.
Okay, if there is a specific field that you're interested in getting into, I would encourage you to go and seek out opportunities where for example a startup in a certain sector that you're interested in getting into. If you can reach out to them and then see if they're interested in having an intern, that's a great way for you to get a foot in the industry. You will, before you try to be a founder yourself, if you have a small role in a startup, it actually really helps you out to get the context and learn from people who are already doing things, learn from their mistakes instead of learning from your own mistakes. This is how you need to work on things, because time is very important when you work in the startup space. The more experience you have, the better of a start you'll have. So, because I'm not sure if you're saying anything because your audio is not coming through, but hopefully you can follow up with the advice that I'm just giving and connect with somebody who requires an intern. And
Okay.
yeah, thanks a lot, Vikas.
Thank you for giving opportunity.
Yeah, and I say that Sanjay, you've said that the Telegram link is not working. Let me. Sometimes I think it depends on which device you're trying from. It's an issue not with I think there's some issue with the IP in Telegram, because Telegram, the domain itself is kind of blocked in India. I'm thinking. So check that. I just pasted the link in the chat. Maybe if you can click on that, yeah, I think it should work. Yeah, I think I see that you've joined. Great. All right. I see that Siddesh, you've raised your hand. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, Siddesh.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, you guys are introducing each one of you, right? So
Yes.
I would like to introduce myself.
Go ahead.
So basically, I've completed my BTech in 22, and currently I'm working as a data analyst in one of the startups. But I am not a data analyst because a company has a product, and more of a product analyst, you can say. And also, that's one of the reason, basically, since I'm working in a startup, right? So we have a product of a company. So that is gaining interest of
Siddesh, I think we lost you a little bit.
understanding
Can you repeat yourself?
the startups are-
I think you're having some network issues, Siddesh.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you repeat what you said? I think you said you were
Yes.
you're into product
So
analysis.
basically,
and then,
what I'm trying to say, I'm audible now, right?
No, it's your audio there is some issue. Definitely, there is
Hello?
some lag and there is some, it's breaking in and out.
Yeah, now I am audible to you.
Now you're audible. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
I was just scrolling yesterday. I don't know what other group in the startup group of you guys do and all. This is my first meet, but yeah, yesterday I was just scrolling the meetup and I was very interested in understanding like how the startup ecosystem works. And when we have a lot of ideas, not a lot of ideas, when we have an idea and we want to check whether it can be converted into a startup or not, at that point of time, I just want to learn like how we should proceed ahead. Like let's say we have some sort of idea and we think that we can convert it into a startup, or let's say we have some product and I need to change it according to the requirements of the customer. I just want to learn that problem solving ability, like how we can understand whether this would be helpful to the customer or not. Because a lot of time what happens is we make certain changes that we personally find are fascinating, but when we are giving it to the customer to use, we realize that it's not that helpful for the customer.
Yes.
So I just want to understand that kind of stuff, like how do you identify like whether it's going to be helpful for the users also or not?
That's a wonderful question. First of all, let me understand your situation. You're basically, you're a product analyst working full time and you have an interest in becoming a founder down the line. Is that the case or is it something else?
That is one of the case. At this point of time, I don't have anything in my mind like I want to become a founder or something like that. But the interesting point for me is how am I going to develop a product? Let's say in future I have an idea, okay, and I want to build a startup on that. I just want to understand like how the products are built, and it's not just like you're writing the code and we are deploying it and it's going ahead. It's not going to happen that way. That is
Absolutely.
my personal understanding. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So I'll give you some idea. See, because I'm also in the tech space and I'm coming from a developer background. I have some design experience as well, and I built products end to end for myself and for other clients as well. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make, especially in the Indian ecosystem, is that they have an idea and then they start building the product. This is a mistake. That's not the first thing that you should do. And also tech is not the biggest problem. Tech is like the 10% of the solution most of the times. Especially if you're building like consumer facing applications, like mobile apps or web development apps, these are like very, very easily solvable problems from the tech perspective. The more important problem becomes the business problem. How do you build a product and turn it into a business? That is the area where a lot of people struggle. They build all kinds of like fancy products without understanding the market or without understanding the requirement or without understanding what is needed in the market, without performing any kind of market validation. They just go ahead and build a product because that's what they know. Like it's like how they say, like for somebody with a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So they know how to develop products and then they just go ahead and build it without understanding what is needed. So one of the primary insights that you need to have is you need to survey the market, understand the requirement. You need to have some life experience for this. First of all, you need to go talk to people who are potential customers, understand what they need, and then form a concept. Even before you put anything on paper, just talk to people, understand the need. First of all, once you understand the need, then I would not say that you should do anything at the moment. You should just start with a small experiment to validate the idea. First of all, if for example, if you are targeting somebody in the healthcare system or healthcare industry, and you're trying to build a product for that, first of all, maybe you can conduct a small event or a small survey or something to talk to the potential customers, people who would be benefiting from the product if you were to launch it, and then build an experiment. This is the creative part. There is no formula for this. You have to be creative about how do you validate the need for which you are catering to build the product, right? So do that and then validate the requirement in the market. This has to be something very short term, maybe you can do this in a weekend or something, and then get the necessary data or inputs. Then you understand, okay, these are the problem points, these are the pain points. And
Okay.
if let's say that I have like a survey with like 100 people who have responded to me, then I understand that, okay, this is the requirement of all the people that have responded. These are the things that people are saying that is the most biggest pain point for them. Then you understand, okay, instead of like working on this product, I should probably focus on this one. Like that, you'll get some ideas. So don't start with development. Just try to understand do some market research first. Try to look at the competitor space, because sometimes like maybe there is a real need, but there are already like big players out there. So what are you going to do as a small independent founder trying to tackle on them? Unless you have a really innovative approach and price point advantage or some other kind of advantage that beats the other competition. You have to understand these things before you jump into those things, because I've seen people like waste like 2 years, 3 years of time, and then they'll go and post on Reddit saying that Indian market is so bad for entrepreneurs. I have to go to the US to start doing. They just don't understand. You never blame the market. You have to first understand the market, and then you do the thing. Because if you fail, that's on you. That much responsibility you should be ready to take care on. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't blame the customers. Like it's you. It's you who have to like understand the needs and then build things for that. I see Padma, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just thought this was a little bit interesting because yeah, I mean, I used to be from the development background, and I've kind of completely moved out of it after many years. But yes, I mean, first of all, if there is a problem to solve, and there are few people who have a problem, and I mean, if you work with them, maybe do some services for them, and then figure out more about what are some problems you've been able to solve in the past or in your experience, and then start from there. Maybe in doing some service, simple things like that might lead you to actually developing a product, because the first thing you need for a business to work is the customer who has a problem that you can solve. It's not the product that's the holy grail of everything. So I mean, yeah, I've been through that a while back, but so yeah, I
that's a
just
very
thought
valid
it's
point.
interesting.
Actually, building a product takes a certain amount of like number of weeks or number of months, depending on the size of your team and whatnot. Instead of like starting with that, right? Like if you start with the business itself, because the product is a separate thing and a business is a separate thing. Instead of building the product to get your business, if you start with building the business, like you don't need like a product to like get clients or like things like that. If, for example, let's say that you are solving a problem, like I said in the example that I said, like the healthcare industry. Now maybe you can all you can do is like go and gather a bunch of people, healthcare professionals, maybe like chronic patients, whoever you're trying to target, put them in a group, and then like maybe like offer whatever the service you are building for them on a WhatsApp or some kind of like small YouTube channel, whatever things that take like little time for you to build and validate. If you can do that, and then like you get the community rolling, because like look at what we've done with the startup club. I didn't really do anything. I just like this is something that I did while I was working full time, and I just like pulled in a bunch of people. I set up a meetup group. All this took like maybe like a weekend. Build up a website and put the links to the YouTube channel, the Telegram channel, all these things. Nothing. There's no cost involved in this, and there was no time investment or money investment. But I got in all the people, and now after a year of like interacting with all the different entrepreneurs and like investors and like all the other stakeholders, now I have an understanding of what is the requirement. Now we're building a product. So this is how things work. Like you do a market validation that takes like a least amount of investment from your side, and then first test whether there is feasibility. You have to do a feasibility test, seeing whether there is a actual possibility for this product to work out, and then you jump into it. So don't jump in blind. And even after do that, let's say that you identify that there is a real requirement and there is a real scope for your product to win out. The next important thing that you do is like you have to do the prototyping for your product. Especially if you're building a tech product, you have to like know that you have to do some UX research as well. Because I see a lot of like developers just start developing. They'll start with the API development, and then they'll patch up together something to like build out the front end, and then they'll just say like here, use our product. But there is no vision behind the product. There is no understanding of the psychology of the users. So it is extremely critical, I would say, for a tech product to have a solid UX team that understands the user psychology. You must have done some UX research, understanding how these other products are working in the space. Try to get inspiration from other products and try to innovate on your own. Don't copy paste, designs. You have to innovate in terms of like a holistic understanding. You have to, right from the logo to the way you're structured your application or your the options that you're giving them. It has to happen after a holistic assessment of the psychology of your end customer. You have to have a targeted demographic. that you understand your demographic, you understand their requirement, you understand their price, like, what price point they would find ideal. All these things you have to understand and then design the UX prototype, because like you have to decide the things that are facing the customer first. Then you work on the tech side, because once you build the prototype, you'll have a clear understanding of what kind of a tech would work to build this product. So choose the one that is the most scalable, or most easy to like build out. So this is the process flow. Do the market research, do the UX research, build a prototype, and then work on the things.
So why I came up with this question, I'll tell you that also.
Yeah.
Like since I'm in a startup, I don't know about other startups, but in my organization, I'm currently working on two roles. So I am developing an internal website for my company, first part, and second part, my job role is data analyst role also, and based on the product owner data.
Okay.
So the CEO of our company told us that we need to build a internal website for our company, and she was like, I want you to solve this problem, that everyone who is coming to the company and who is new to the company, it should be the go-to point. The website should be the go-to point for each and every one of them. So they should be able to understand everything about the company just by seeing the website itself. They don't have to approach people for that thing. So that was the problem, that we were trying to solve. But in our planning phase, we completely went off track of that problem. So the purpose of the problem that we were trying to solve was building an internal website for the company, but the content and all that we put up on the website, it was related to what should be seen by the external website.
Okay. So Siddesh, like, this is a networking call, like where we'll go around and have introduction from other people. I would love to address yours. So I'll quickly address what you're asking. See, in this case, right, your product owner, you already have a product owner. Your product owner is your CEO, whoever suggested that we need to have this. So
Yes.
try to sit down with your product owner, understand what are the different use cases that you need to serve. This is the primary thing. Establish that. Then from there you start to work around things, because like the problem with whatever I was telling you about, I was assuming that you are the product owner, because then you have to do all the work. But now when you have an existing product owner, you have to understand their needs first of all. So get their needs down, and then go and talk to other people that they're trying to bring together to use the application. So that'll be all the people who have joined in new, and then that'll be all the other people who are already existing internal employees of yours. And then try to see what are their requirements. Do an internal survey. Talk to them. This is an easier problem to solve than building a public facing application, because now your customers are right in front of you. Obviously, when I say customer, I'm not talking about they are paying to use that. It's just that they are the users. They are the end beneficiaries, right? So talk to them. Understand the requirements, and then you prioritize the requirements, and then you have a clear roadmap as to when you can launch the product based on whatever priorities you're solving for. So thanks a lot, Siddesh. I hope that is helpful.
Yeah. Yes, for sure.
All right, Dinesh, I see that you have raised your hand for a while. Go ahead, Dinesh.
Hey, hi, Raghav.
Hi.
So myself, Dinesh Vairamani. So I'm a founder of Unboxing Community. Raghav, actually, I've started Unboxing Community almost 2.5 years back with small research identity. Then now today I have almost a week back, I got funding. So whatever the experience which you are sharing, the inputs you are sharing to the team, I'm able to see I have gone through the same journey, starting from the scratch. Give me 2 minutes. I'll just give you the entire story about how we did it and how we are trying to achieve the market. So we are building a engineering community-led marketplace platform for electric and electronic product integrated with ONDC platform.
Okay.
Most of them knows what is ONDC as of now today. The market is growing very big and larger. So we are a buyer app in ONDC. So what we have done here is we are building an engineering community who is from electric and electronic background, and we onboard various level of engineers into this platform. and we collect data points related to electronic product. It can be related to product information, performance information, usage information, quality information, and engineering review. Using this data, we do a deep learning, machine learning on the data, and that data is connected with the marketplace where customers can come and identify which is the right product for your right usage, or which product can suffice your objective need, or which is the best performing product or quality product or value money for product. You can able to have a detailed understanding about the product, and you can also purchase the product as is it integrated with ONDC. So over and above, we are building one more platform, which is called as engineering intelligence. It's more than the AI. This engineering intelligence is basically an engineering fundamentals, engineering principles, and engineering algorithm-based approach on each catalog wise. So the customers can able to get into a deeper down understanding about any decisions, whatever they are trying to take it in the purchase journey, they can able to get more clarified around that.
Okay.
So all I'm here to looking for more interns to come onto my platform and trying to see that what they can able to contribute and what level of interest they have it to expand their experience or knowledge around it is what is I'm here for that.
Okay. So Dinesh, let me summarize what you said. Like, you have built a product. So it's already at a stage where you mentioned that like you've got investors as well. So it's probably a product that is already out there. It's launched.
No, it is not out. It is not out. We are launching it in the month of January. So that's currently the development phase is going on.
So you already have an investor. How did you manage that?
Actually, it's just what that first 1 year I met almost anything between around 600 to 700 electric and electronic engineers, and all guys are like scientists, researchers, tech influencers, service managers, or production assembly. Quite a lot of electric and electronic engineers, and I did a huge research and understanding what is the major pinpoint where customers are today finding in when they comes to an electronic purchase. And today, most of the marketplace or your tech blogs or tech communities or tech influencers, all are everywhere like a single engineer or one or two engineers trying to put across the story in purely in an experiential way. Most of them are not trying to do a research inside the product. But when I the engineers who's really on the ground, who's doing a lot of research and everything about the product, then we're able to understand that they collect so much of data from on the product point of it. It can be related to, I'm just giving you a small example. For an example, if it is related to a laptop, I will able to the guy who's servicing the product, or the guy who's doing the production of the product, or this guy who's doing the research on the product or testing on the product, they test on various factors. That is, how is the CPU, how is the GPU, how is the motherboard, how is the hard disk, what is the writing speed, what is the reading speed, and what level of this capability is there, and which laptop is the right laptop for what usage. It can be like starting from a graphic designer, video editor, data cruncher. So many patterns are there for each and everything. So identifying this conflicts is becoming more challenging for the customers. So we took all these data points and we did a machine learning on that, and we were able to figure it out that how the customers can able to get the journey much more faster, easier to take a right decision, a value-based proposition decision. So that's where we took all these data points, created a complete concept around it, and we came up with like how the engineers can also make money and also can learn money. So we call this data contribution and data weightage method. So based on every sale, whatever is happening into my platform, I can give a particular percentage to all my engineers. So that will become like a hustling work for engineers to come and contribute the data to us. Vice versa, we went to ONDC, we met Koshi, we met the entire tech team, we presented ourselves, and the moment we presented, ONDC completely we showed the design. The design is the major, as you said. Yes, the design makes a lot of difference to the end users. So I am a designer, so I came up with the experiential stories. Everything did from the scratch. We didn't do any copy paste job, nor we did it all as understanding about the customer's journey. So we came up with a new concept, new ideas, and everything that we presented to them, and they liked it very much. And over and above, ONDC also started to customize according to our requirement. So that was the more the welcoming activity with ONDC started to work on it. And now we are and we got also Startup India recognition over and above that. And we went to NBA India, that is next to our IIT and IEEE. There is one more recognition, more majorly engineering universities used to get it. So we went to the NBA India, we presented ourselves with 12 universities, almost like all the 12 universities ready to onboard all their students to get educated on electric and electronic products, because that is the next biggest market which is growing in the global market and especially in Indian market. So we want to create more innovations. We want to create more engineers in the market, and we want to teach engineers much more inside the electronics so that they come with a more new understanding about the product, educating about the products. Then we call us disassembling to reassembling the product is the most critical point of an electronics. So we teach the engineers on that space, and that will help them to come up with new ideas and new innovations. So this is all the ways which we figured it out. And yes, I met almost like 100 and odd investors in the market. Every time it's a failure because it's a new concept. Nobody was able to understand. It's a purely engineering. It's not like a sales product. It is not like a marketing management product. It's a purely an engineering product. So the guy who is working for Airbus Totally Solution or Boeing, that is the guy who understood that what exactly I'm building it. And he's from Bombay. And that guy understood, okay, he's also running an engineering community. So he understood the entire concept, how it can go an international level on this product, and what exactly the value proposition which is we are trying to deliver. That helped me to elevate to the next level. And we got the funding, and now we are under development stage. Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot for sharing all that, Dinesh. I want to let you guys know that we also conduct another event on a monthly basis. It's called the Startup Pitch Workshop, where we have an investor who, he's a VC investor. His name is Amiya Srivastava. So he is somebody who's collaborating with us, and he reviews startup pitches. So basically, it's a more of an educational experience. Like, it's like a mock pitch where you come and pitch your product for the first 10 minutes, and they'll basically like refine the pitch and help you understand. And also, like, he guides you on how to approach the the scaling up of the business, or like how to seek out financial planning or all these other things. So I would love for you to apply for this, because like it looks like you are at a stage where you can just like pretend that you're seeking out a certain X amount of investment, and then like try to convince him that this is something that's really worthwhile, so that like he'll actually like he'll challenge you and like try to understand whether you actually understand the product or not, whether it'll actually work or not. It'll be a very good exercise for you to like be asked the right question, so that like you gain more clarity. Because we've conducted this for the past 7 months, and every time I see that the founders come in with a lot of confidence about their product, and they leave in with like really potent questions that they have to go and answer in order to get better clarity.
No, actually, this is my third startup. So first startup, I've sold it to US. Second startup, I built it, which is called as Azom.io. Still, it is running. It's almost like 15 years old company. So I used to go to China, Vietnam, Taiwan. I used to procure components from there, and I used to bring it to Indian market, and used to do a custom laptop market. And we used to be exclusively available on Amazon for quite long. I used to give a very tough competition to Alienware, Lenovo, and MSI guys in the market. This is around 10 years back. So I was in this market for a very, very long time. So we know.
No, sure. It shows in how you're talking about things, but I was just like letting you know that this is a thing that we do. In case you or anybody else is interested in doing this, the links to this.
I'm open for it. I'm open for it.
So the links to this is all you have to do is like go to our website. It's thestartupclub.info, and then like there is a form for you to register for the startup pitch workshop. Fill out that form. I'll reach out to you. We'll schedule a session, and then like where you can pitch, and then like if things work out, he's also an investor, so he might also like want to invest or be an advisor or a mentor or something like that. So it's an opportunity that we provide. So please,
I'm open for that, Raghav.
And also, I would love to connect with you as well. Please go ahead and share your contact information in the chat, so that like people can reach out to you in case they're interested in collaborating with you or working with you. Because you did mention that you want interns, right? So please do leave that information. Yeah.
This is my email ID, which I've shared it with you guys.
Great. All right, we have about 15 minutes.
We are majorly looking into guys who has some level of understanding about what is NLP, what is LLM, what is machine learning, and what is the deep learning thought process. If that is there, we are very much open for it. And especially if anybody is from electric and electronic background, we are always welcome. We can able to guide you from the scratch to become at least one particular catalog, you will become a master in another next 6 months, where you can able to find a job opportunity in many organization which is coming in, especially in semiconductors and manufacturing products. So that's where we are in that space.
Great. Actually, Dinesh, I have another. I have a hardware project that I'm working on. It requires some engineering solution. I would love to connect with you personally. So, can you also share your LinkedIn so that like people can reach out to you, and I can also reach out to you.
I'm just sharing it.
And also, where are you based, Dinesh?
Bangalore.
Okay. Because like we are conducting a live event in Chennai, and if you are available here, that would be great to have people
in Chennai.
In Chennai, this is going to be on October 6th, and that will be in Sairam Institute of Technology.
Actually, tomorrow I'm traveling to Chennai.
Okay.
Actually,
this is in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm meeting one more investor tomorrow. Actually, so
great. Anyway, we'll connect offline.
Sure, Raghav. Looking forward, Raghav.
So we have about like 10 minutes left. I would love to have anybody else who's looking to introduce themselves. Go ahead. I think somebody was raising their hand. I think they just like left. Sorry.
Hello.
Kumar Roy.
Hi, Raghav.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi, Raghav. Hello, everyone. Myself, Uma Prasad. Currently, I'm pursuing BTech final year at VKVMB College. So I have experience in web development and UX design. Previously, I have worked as UX design intern at Alphabet Mobility startup company in Hyderabad. And now I have been leading the coding club since August 2023. Additionally, I am the government campus ambassador to my college. So I attended this session to network with multiple people.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. Who would like to go next?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Ashraf.
Yeah, sorry, I joined a bit late.
No worries.
Yeah, myself, I'm a consultant and I'm working in the AI and cloud architecture areas. And, actually we have some networking partners who are providing, solution in the energy optimization area using, AI, basically it's like a cognitive edge kind of solutions. It's basically based out of US, but we are modifying that for, low-end customers in India and Middle East. That is one of the area if anybody wanted to collaborate, work on it. And I given my LinkedIn in the group.
Yeah. So Ashraf, are you looking for, is there any specific profile of people you're looking for?
Actually, we have a product. Basically, we wanted to partner with the companies who are like, the chillers and energy grids, people like that. If anybody wanted to utilize our solution, we have the product. We have a proven solution, and we have a team as well. And some level of partnership may be possible for customizing into some of the other areas and things like that.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Ashraf.
Sure.
I see a bunch of people who haven't really gone ahead. Would you like to, whoever wants to go ahead, please either raise your hand or you can go ahead and unmute yourself if nobody's speaking. Yeah, Padma, I see that you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I had just curious, Dinesh mentioned something about ONDC. Is that open network for digital commerce or is it something else I'm mistaking?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. It's a government initiative where they bring in all the different e-commerce players and, into one platform.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't mind my asking, like, how does that tie into electrical, electronic components or solutions? I mean,
Dinesh,
of course, I'm a software person. I used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, we handle both consumer and industrial product. When I'm referring to consumer, it can be home appliances, kitchen appliances, personal gadgets, and everything like laptop, headset, speaker, washing machine, refrigerator, electric bicycle, electric skateboard, anything on the power and source point of it. And another side, when I'm referring to industrial product, it can be like your 3D printing, drones, medical equipments, power tools, almost like 3,500 to 4,000 catalogs are there in the space. On ONDC, there are two sides of the picture. One is called as buyer app and one is called as seller app. In the buyer app, where all your retailers, distributor, warehouse, or your manufacturers or brands can come and upload your catalog and also your inventory information based on your location and price and everything. And another side is your buyer app, where they can access the catalog and inventory and sells the product to the market. So we are a buyer app, but only thing here is we are not using the existing catalog from electronics. We are building our own catalog, which can give much more insights for the customers. And we are only using their inventory information to sell the product in the market.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes it a little bit more clear. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
To list there, do we need to, what is the way to list as a seller?
To register as a seller, there are quite a lot of seller platforms are there. For an example, there are big players, there are small players. Small players like N-Store or you can just Unistack or there are Bitsilla or your Ploch. This is all the small level players. Even Amazon has their own app, which is called a seller app. So you can also do that. So we have connected with all these guys currently at this moment for electronics. If I want to just refer across to you, we like Vivek's, Griyas, Chroma, Sangeeta, Purvika, Adishwar, Vijaya Sales, Bajaj Electronics, all these guys have got onboarded, which is on the modern trade. And brands like 67 brands like Samsung, Boat, all Philips, IFB, all these guys got onboarded. And MSME, SMEs, almost close to around 30 to 40,000 electric and electronic products are being onboarded. But to just give you an overview about ONDC, it can if you have any inventory, it can be starting from your furniture to food to your fashion to electronics, anything you have any level of inventory, you can just meet these guys, and they have an application where you can able to integrate your day-to-day inventory information into this platform.
Okay, not software, no? Kind of thing.
See, so this is what ONDC has already built. So that is how the ONDC works. So the entire, so there are two types of things. If you are coming up with a software which is very unique and it is going to give any value proposition best among others, then you will become a TSP, that is a technology service provider. So you need to explain to the ONDC that what is your technology, what it's going to do, what is the outcome of this technology, and if there is a demand and suffices there, then they will able to have a discussion with you to take it up on that. For that, you need to reach the ONDC directly.
I see. Okay.
Just one question I had. So, are you helping these consumer electronic brands to onboard into ONDC? Is that what something?
No,
is
ma'am,
that-
we don't focus on that. We don't focus
Okay.
on that.
Okay.
Because that is ONDC. The ONDC themselves, they are doing it, and over and
Okay.
above, there are quite a lot of other sellers who's coming and they are initiating. For an example, but only thing is, when we meet them, we make them understand that how our proposition is going to meet the bigger players in the market and how we are trying to competitive with them, especially on the price wise and also on the service wise. So because the price is the most challenging part. So for an example, I'm just giving you a small outline about it. For an example, today the biggest players are your Flipkart and Amazon. If any of the sellers are going and updating the price there, the price decision maker is the Amazon and Flipkart. Over and over, you will be paying a huge commission price to them. But in ONDC, the seller is the price decision maker, and the commission is very small, so that the price product can be much more cheaper, and we can able to competitive with the bigger player in the largest run is what we are trying to be in that space.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, so ONDC, so is this where the products you sell these products to the government organizations within the government?
No,
Is
ma'am.
that the
It's to the
purpose of
customers.
ONDC? No. Okay.
No. It's to the customers, to generic customers.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We have if you guys have any personal questions to Dinesh regarding this ONDC thing, why don't you guys connect with him? I think he's provided his LinkedIn. You can ask him. But we have like 5 more minutes left in this session. I would love to see if there's anybody else who would like to introduce himself, connect and share their requirements. See a lot of people who haven't really gone ahead and introduced themselves. HJS, JN, Mohan Raj, Ushas. If you would like to quickly introduce yourself, your requirement or what you're looking for. Okay, looks like nobody else is up for it.
Hi, Raghav.
Hi, Ramya.
Very good afternoon to everyone. Actually, I'm I'm currently working for the healthcare sector for the 5 years. So I'm currently learning about the SQL. So I'm trying to look up for any interns or any other freelance for to gain my knowledge and over up my giving my knowledge to the team. So is anything available? Actually, this is my first meet in here in the meetup. So anything is available about that. I'm looking for that.
So let me get this clear. I think you also posted a comment here saying that you have 4 years of experience in the healthcare, non-IT field, and you're learning SQL database to ensure to work as a freelancer. So you're trying to be a freelance person who's offering SQL service, SQL, whatever. You wanna offer SQL as your domain of expertise, and you're trying to get some experience.
Yeah,
that-
okay, exactly.
Okay. Why did you choose SQL? Why is that thing that you chose?
Actually, I already learned about the UI UX process.
Mhm.
So I'm getting some research about that. That's what. After that, I research about this database is a very basic here. So data science to everywhere they are using the database. So I'm overlooking for the MySQL and that things is a very mathematical calculations and everything is very interest to learn about that. So that's what I'm looking for the SQL. Currently, I'm learning on that. So it's very interesting on that to expertise about the database. So that's what.
Okay. To be honest, like I'm in the tech industry, and I think that you honed in on something that's very specific and niche, and I don't believe there is enough sufficient need in what you're looking at. I mean, maybe you should try to reevaluate why you chose SQL. Maybe try to, if you're trying to build a career out of this, then definitely like open up your scope and try to be more more open to like things based on the demand. Because if you go and look for freelancers who have SQL knowledge, right, you'll see a lot of people, and I don't think there is a lot of demand personally. It's just my personal, I could be wrong.
Okay.
So try to reevaluate your decision, but don't be so honed down onto one thing. I'm not really sure what exactly motivated you to look into SQL, but you should try to like widen your net. This is my personal advice to you. I mean, you didn't ask for it, but I'm just giving it anyway.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. May you please give me any other suggestions for that? Can I look for that? I'm sorry.
See, it depends on what your interest is. There is no, there are so many things. I mean, you talked about UI UX design. That is actually a wonderful area to get into. If you're getting into UX research as your domain of expertise, there is so much demand. There is very little supply. Go into that. Why would you need to get into a technical thing? Because technical, you have a lot of competition. I mean, you're talking about a 5 years of experience in the healthcare industry, and I don't think that you have an edge here. You have like people who are high school students who can do much more than you do, even if you manage to really get far ahead in this. So go and play with what your strengths are. Because if the end goal is for you to get hired as a freelancer and make a career out of it, work with what your strengths are and work with what is needed in the market. Don't go into something that you don't have an expertise in, where you're trying to build up from scratch, but you don't have an edge here.
Okay.
This is my personal advice, but you can think about it.
Yeah, and if you are really good in SQL and then data warehouse, probably if you can design data warehouse and those areas, no, like a Snowflake and some of those things.
See, all these things, if you really want to like shine in as a freelancer, you need to, the only thing that wins out is expertise. Nobody's trying to hire like a entry-level freelancer. You need to spend years to build your expertise, your reputation, your profile. It's not viable, like, to get into a thing that you don't have expertise in and try to build a profile in there. So start with where your strengths are and start with where your interest is, and start small and then like build a reputation. I do see that like somebody's asked a question as to, where can we get a summary of the requirements for today's Connect? Actually, this session is being recorded and it will be posted on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. The link to the YouTube channel is available on thestartupclub.info. Please go there and you'll find access to the Startup Club YouTube channel, and then there you'll be able to see the summary of it. And also we have a Telegram channel where we connect. So please also join the Telegram channel. I provided the link to it in the chat here. And I do want to it's already 12. We are supposed to close right now, but I would like to see if there's anybody else who want to go, just one more person to introduce themselves and share their requirements.
this augmented reality, virtual reality area, if anybody is there, I wanted to connect them as well.
Sure, please, Ashraf, go ahead and post this requirement on the Telegram channel. And if there's somebody who will reach out
Give me
to
that
you.
link, the channel ID or something in the chat. I joined.
I have given, okay, let me just like paste it again. So like I said, the website is thestartupclub.info.
Okay.
And I want to make a couple of announcements before we close. So on October 6th, we are conducting a live event in Chennai in Sairam Institute of Technology. They have an incubation center where we're gathering together all the different stakeholders of the Chennai startup ecosystem. So if you are based in Chennai, or if you know somebody who's in Chennai, please share this information there. If you share our if you go to our website, there is a link to our meetup group. In the meetup group, there is an event for the October 6th event, and I'll also be sharing this in the Telegram channel. Please share, follow up and then try to RSVP to that event, and we'll share more details as we get clarity on the details ourselves. So we are still working on organizing that event, and the main intent of the event is to get inputs from people in the ecosystem to understand what their requirements are, so that we can actually make Chennai the next big dynamic startup ecosystem space in India. This is like a startup hub in India. And another thing is that we also conduct other events throughout the month, where on a monthly basis, we have this networking session. Besides this networking session, we also have a brainstorming session where we come and talk about different things. And also we also talk about, we have a startup pitch workshop where we basically have one founder, somebody who's ideally at the stage of having launched the product, who are looking to seek for, who are seeking investment for their product. So you can come and pitch your product to our investor, and you will get a lot of insights and clarity as to how to actually approach and trying to build your market strategy. Even if it's even if you already have funding, then there are problems to solve, such as go-to-market strategy and all these other things. So please make use of this opportunity. We are doing this for free of charge. It's really no-brainer for you to get involved in case you are at the right space for you to benefit from the program. So please go to our website, thestartupclub.info, and fill up the form, and we'll reach out to you in case you want to do the startup pitch workshop. Thanks a lot for everybody who's joined. I know that's a Sunday morning and you've come to join us. So wonderful to see you all here. We do this on a monthly basis. So if you want to connect again, you will find all the information on our meetup group, and we also have the Telegram channel where we post the updates. So thank you again for joining. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
guys. Thank you.